Today I'm joined by top UFC bantamweight prospect Ricardo Ramos, who takes on Kyung Ho Kang at UFC 227 next Saturday in Los Angeles, California. Be sure to catch his fight on UFC Fight Pass at 3:15 p.m. Pacific Time. So, yeah, your nickname is Caracenia, right? Which translates to
Yeah.
little face, correct? Is there a...
It's like little carcass.
Okay. All right, yeah, so I was wondering, is there any story behind that and like how you got it or who gave it to you?
Uh, no, it's like a nickname from my BJJ master. He just put his nickname because I was too skinny, and he just called me like this. But yeah, I'm not using that anymore. So yeah, but
Okay.
I like this. Yeah, I like this nickname. Like my friends in Brazil, they call me like this. So yeah, it's fine for me.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we haven't seen you in action since November when you landed that incredible spinning back elbow on Ayman Zahabi in
Oh yeah.
UFC 217. Did
Thank
you
you.
intend to have such a gap between that last fight to this next one with Kang, or is that just kind of how things played out?
Um, like uh, in New York, the spinning elbow was like an incredible performance of my career. I think one of the best ever in my fight career.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened on the past. My next fight is a new guy, different style. So I'm gonna try something new every time. If you watch my fights, every fight I'm doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always trying to get better in every area on MMA.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do in the next fight. I'm gonna try something new
Yes.
and get the plus again.
Yeah, of course. So are you already?
Yeah,
Are you in oh my god, I'm sorry, blanking here.
yeah,
227. Are you there already, or
yeah.
haven't? Okay, cool. Yeah. So as mentioned, you're facing Kyung Ho Kang next at UFC 227. What are your thoughts on Kang, like as an opponent? Were you happy when you got this matchup?
How I get this matchup?
Were you happy that you got him?
Sorry, sorry. Can you say again?
Were you happy when you got him as an opponent?
Oh, when I get this fight?
Do you like the matchup? Was it one that
Oh
you're
yeah, for sure.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, like I never choose a opponent. So they just tell me, oh this. They just tell me, oh this guy, you have this fight. So I accepted the fight for sure. Uh, but I think it's a really good match. I like his style, and he's a ground fighter, so he can strike and shoot, but he's mostly his fighting is on the ground.
Hmm.
But uh, that's how I always training for my fights. I training like everything, like ground, boxing, Muay Thai, BJJ, everything, and I focus it for in some uh, some details of my opponent. Like, oh, he's a ground fight, so I'm gonna train more takedown defense for sure. But I like to put me on tests. Like try to fight on the ground with him because he's good on the ground. So I can be better than him on the ground too. So I have to try. So I like to try like new things and try to be better on my opponent is better is best.
Yeah, yeah. Test yourself and against their strengths, right?
Yeah, always every area, every
Hmm.
fight.
Yeah. So you've proven to be quite the finisher throughout your career. You got 6 wins by submission, 3 by knockout. Is there a specific way that you like to win your fights, or are you just happy as long as you get the win?
I always like to win like for knockout or submission for sure. Every fight want to get this way.
Hmm.
But in the beginning of my career, I was just a BJJ fighter, so I didn't train a lot of Muay Thai. So when one of my fights in Brazil, before I came into US and started fighting here, I tried to strike a little bit with my opponent, and I saw like, fuck it, I need to train more striking. So I started focused on my striking, Muay Thai specific, and I started getting better. So after New York, for example, I started training boxing in a really good gym because I know I get a lot of jabs on the face on the last fight. So I saw that and I say, I have to improve that, you know.
Yeah.
So you always look at watch the fighters and they have always the same style, you know.
Yeah.
So that's my because I'm different. I always gonna be different than my last fight, you know. So in the next fight, I improved. I did a lot of improvements, and yeah, I'm gonna be ready and any area like BJJ or striking, I'm gonna be ready for a fight with Kang.
Yeah, for sure. You're definitely
Yeah.
improving fast for how young you are still.
Yeah. Thanks.
And your division's really blooming with talent overall right now, and you're
Yeah.
one of the reasons for that is you. And
For sure.
despite being just 22 years old, ideally, how soon do you want to test yourself against some of the guys ranked in the top 5 or maybe even the top 10?
So that's one of the points. My last fight, I asked for something for someone in the top fighters, but I know it's too early to get a fight with top guys. But I'm ready for a fight with these guys. Not because I'm not in the same level, but I know I have to building my career on UFC, and I thought about fighting with someone in the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm thinking about make a smart movement. So I want to fight with Sean Malley. That's my focus. My focus right now is my next fight. But yeah, 100% focusing on the next fight. But after that, I prefer fight with Sean Malley, and this will happen for sure. And I believe on that on this fight, and I can beat him for sure. I know he's not a top 10 guy, but I think after I fight him, I'm ready for fight with top guys, and they're gonna give me a better fight for sure and close to the belt.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great. I really like that matchup. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I know everybody wanna watch this match for sure.
Yeah, hope.
When I saw this guy, I said, "Oh, I like his style. He's a guy like he's a showman, you know."
Mm-hmm.
So and I think his last fight was like impressive, but I don't know about his opponent,
Mm-hmm.
but I know about me. If I have the same situation in a fight with him, I know I can beat him for sure. But I can say that, but I have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need the opportunity to do that, you know. So if I fight him, I know I will beat him for sure.
Yeah, awesome, man. Look, I hope that happens. That's a great matchup.
Thank you. Yeah,
All right, so
that's excited.
yeah. Speaking of divisions, though,
Yeah.
You've fought at both bantamweight, which you currently do, and featherweight also in your career. Dana White has recently come out to say that the weigh-in times are going to get moved back to the afternoon time rather than the early time, which you guys normally do in the morning. Do you have a preference to which one of those formats that you like better?
About the weightings.
Yeah, about the weigh-ins.
Yeah. So I think like make the weightings like 30 hours before is better.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be ready for every changes, you know. So when I did my first fight in UFC, I think I did 24 hours before I did the weightings 24 hours before the fight,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one 30 hours. For sure, is much better. You can recover more and healthy. But a lot of guys they didn't make the weight, because they have to make the weight in the afternoon, so it's hard to wake up early and take it off the rest pounds, the last pounds. So I think we have to be like water, like Bruce Lee said,
Yeah.
and just dancing like the music. I think that's the better way. I'm always ready to for this change. So I think it's better 30 hours, but if chance, we can do anything. Just still working.
Yeah, for sure. Got to be able to adapt to every situation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's what I was trying to say.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, just like water, it just forms
Yeah,
with whatever.
for sure. Yeah,
So, yeah, in the main event of UFC 227, your division's title is actually going to be on the line. Do you have
yeah.
a prediction for who's going to win between TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt?
So I'm training with Cody Garbrandt.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing my training camp in Team Alpha Male, and for sure I'm 100%. I'm with Cody, but we always have to see on the fight. Last fight I was with Cody, and he lost. It's not. It sucks, But I'm much more confident on this fight because we are training together,
Hmm.
and I could see his improvements and his training camp. So I think he's much better than the last fight, and it's gonna be a really really match, like a really good match, and we're gonna see. We will see what is gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll be
Never know. We never know.
yeah, it'll be fun. Good guy to train with, also help you for your
Yeah,
fight.
but I'm training with for Cody for sure. But they are both tough guys, and I would love to watch this guy after my
Hmm. Yeah, awesome. So, I know that some fighters, they're like also fans, where they watch a whole bunch of MMA also, and then there's some people who just like only train and don't really watch.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a fan, or are you just like mainly a fighter and don't really watch MMA very much?
Like I don't watch a lot of MMA,
Hmm.
to be honest, because yeah, I watch like some fighters just who I like to watch, and like guys who is inspiration for me, and I try to be like these guys like on BJJ. I try to be like someone, and Muay Thai like someone. So I watch only these guys, and some of new fighters too, like who I think is really good, and I think it is a good guy to teach me, like.
Hmm.
So I don't watch a lot of UFC, but I'm trying to always support. Like it's hard for me because I'm training full time, I'm training every time, and I have to sleep earlier. So I never watched TV, for example. It's really hard to watch TV.
Hmm.
But sometimes when I have the time and have a good situation to watch it, UFC, I'm always supporting for sure.
Yeah, cool, cool. Is there anyone specifically that you like out of the favorites that you're into to get something from?
Uh, like what in the all time or now, for example?
Yeah, just which ones you like to watch most when you're trying to like learn something.
Like Anderson Silva,
Hmm.
Conor McGregor is one of the guys who I'm learning a lot. Uh, I'm watching, you know, BJ Penn is one of the guys who I like to watch. Like old school guys,
Hmm.
I watch a lot of old school guys, and the new generation. I try to be always looking for someone in the new generation because they are evolving a lot, the MMA, But that one's of these guys is who I watch a lot.
Yeah, very cool. Very good choices.
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
so, is there any specific way? The last thing I'm going to leave you with here. Any specific way that you see the fight going with Kang on Saturday?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
Oh, there we go. We heard it here.
Yeah, I'm learning with McGregor.
Yeah.
We have to predict everything.
Yeah, Mystic Ricardo.
Yeah, for
Psychic.
sure. No, but this is like mentality training, like mindset, and I'm working a lot the mindset because I'm doing yoga, and some of what McGregor did is from yoga too, but kind of different, but the same thing, same way.
Mhm.
So you have to think positive thinking and always put see it on your mind, and it have more chance to be a real, So that's what I'm working right now. Every time think about the knockout or submission in the first round. Anyway, in the first round.
There we
But
go.
I'm ready for the second, third, fourth, and fifth round. So I can fight 10 rounds if he wants. I'm ready for fight this night all night long.